Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by today. This is Caroline's daughter, that's me, Trinette. You can call me T. Caroline was my mother and she shared with me so many great recipes over the years and I want to share it with you guys. So this channel is a tribute to her. I will show you all of the fun things, all of the great dishes that she has taught me. I'll present it to you in an easy way so that you can follow along and accomplish it for you and your family. So if you like and if you are pleased with the food and the experience, please click that little button and subscribe so we can be besties for the resties. Thanks. So let's talk sweet tea. So the recipe that we're doing today, guys, is pound cake. And it's actually the first recipe, well, not first recipe, but the first cake my mother taught me how to bake. She was a great baker. Like, she made all of the cakes for our family reunions, for birthday parties, get-togethers, cookouts, all of that. My mom, she made all of the cakes. I just remember like everybody like going on and on and on about how amazing my mom's cakes were, and I was like, you know what, I want some of that shine. Like, I want all of that smoke that my mom was getting. Like, I want that. I was like, Ma, teach me how to make a cake or whatever. And she was like, okay, I'll teach you how to make a pound cake, because if you mess up a pound cake, there's no hope for you when it comes to baking. She taught me how to make a pound cake. It came out great. I felt like I was the OG, triple OG of baking, and it was my go-to because it was the only one I knew how to make. So I was like, I got the pound cake for the family reunion, because that was the only one. This one's special to me because it was the first one. It's a simple recipe. There is hope for people who have messed up a pound cake before, but it is something that is simple. But if you mess it up, you know, we can help you out. You know, we'll help you redeem yourself. But until we get you back on track, you're no longer over the pound cake ministry at the cookout. You're over beverages. But we can put you back in the game with this recipe here today. The mission for today is pound cake. So in my mixer, I have sugar and room temperature butter. So you want your butter to be softened. Cooking is an art, but baking is a science. That's the first lesson that my mom taught me. And she said that you can put your own little flair when it comes to cooking, but when it comes to baking, it's exact. And if your cake was too gummy or it fell or something, it had to do with your measurements and with the temperature of your ingredients. So it's very important that your butter is softened. So we have softened butter and we have sugar in our mixer, and we're gonna add some vanilla. So I already added some lemon extract to this as well. You can do lemon zest, you can do lemon juice, but I like the lemon extract for just a more potent flavor. So we have this in our mixer and we're gonna turn it up. We want our mixture to go from this pale yellow to a white fluffy pillow is what we're looking for. So we'll mix this. And then off to the side, we have our flour mixture. So we have cake flour, we have salt, and we have baking powder. But I really wanted y'all to check out my little jazzy sister, okay? So my mom had the little old school joint, you know, the one that you gotta like do like this situation to for forever, or you gotta pat it on the side until everything falls down. Well, I'm a little bougie, and I'm a little lazy. Got things to do. So I got me a little electric joint. Watch this, y'all ready? Oh! Can y'all see that? Look at that! Yes! We almost there, sis. Come on. Y'all need to get this in y'all life. No more wearing out your arms. I low-key, okay, so my mom would always be making a cake or cooking or whatever, and me and my brother would like run around the house loud or whatever. It is my life goal to be my mom and like yell at some children while I'm sifting. I know y'all hear me sifting! Like a Okay, so we have our sifted flour mixture here. And then we have our eggs that are also room temperature. We have 6 of them. Yo, the first time I was able to do that situation right there, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. Boss moves, okay? I'm like, yeah, I can crack the egg, you know what I'm saying? With one stroke, you know what I mean? One hand. I was feeling myself, yo. All right. Check out our mixture here. See the color change? How we went from light-skinned Michael Jackson to Michael Jackson before he passed away. God rest his soul. But y'all know I'm not telling a lie, okay? So we paused our mixer and we're just scraping down the sides of the bowl for the butter and sugar that have kind of stayed at the top and not really been fluffed properly. I'm gonna turn it up, fluff it out real good, and then we're gonna add our eggs one by one, and we're gonna turn it down, okay? We don't wanna overbeat our mixture. Oh, that looks so good. Buttercream, baby. This is the beginning of every buttercream frosting that you've ever eaten. So we're gonna turn it down, and we're gonna add our eggs one by one. Don't worry that all of the eggs are, you know, here, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna pull it. Snatch it up. You don't even have to worry about the separation. Alright. Then we'll turn it up just a little bit, and then we'll once again scrape the sides of our bowl, incorporate all of this together. And then we're gonna alternate with our flour mixture and our milk. Okay. So here we have sour cream and whole milk. And there's lots of pound cakes. There's sour cream pound cake. There's buttermilk pound cake. There's cream cheese pound cake. There's a lot. I prefer the sour cream. It's just my jam. But, you know, however you get down is however you get down, okay? But that's what we're going to use today. Sour cream and milk. And we're going to alternate the flour and the liquid, okay? We're not going to let it get overbeaten or whatever, okay? Or you're gonna have pound bread, not pound cake. Everybody's, ooh, who made this nice homemade bread? This is sweet too. Who made that? You did a good job. You're like, it's cake. Okay. All right, a little flour, a little liquid, flour, liquid. So when we get to this point, we're just gonna turn it up just a little bit. And I know you see all of the ingredients on the side. We want that to meet each other. But it's incorporated enough for us to mix it on our own at this point now. We want to shout out the ancestors. You know, all of the slaves and black women who were in the kitchen making cakes and beating that thing by hand. Like, can you imagine that? Like, not having a hand mixer, not having, I mean, okay, you may not have a KitchenAid, that's cool. But a hand mixer, you're like, I can get it done. But the fact that they didn't even have that, and they were legit whipping that butter and the sugar together. Like, sis, I know that took forever. I know your arms were tired, and the thing was good. You feel me? Shouts out. So it's supposed to be thick like this. This is the perfect consistency. All right? I'm bougie. We know this. So I, of course, have a bougie cake pan. All you need is a blunt cake pan. You can do, you know, your little situation out of Target, Walmart, whatever, okay? But you know me. So I had to turn it up. Your pan needs to be floured. So that process involves you spreading shortening or butter all over the pan, and then wiping the excess away, and then you apply flour and then dust it around to where the flour covers all of the butter, and then you shake off all of the excess. Now, there's some type of spray that you can buy out of the store that has both of that in it. You can spray it all over the pan. It's cool. That's not what my mom believed in. That's not what I do. But if you do, no judgment, okay? That's your house. You pay the bills. That's your business. We're going to put our batter into our cake pan. We have our oven on 325. Major keys. Okay? I know a lot of recipes will tell you 350. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Okay? That's how you are really about to accomplish some pound bread, okay? Instead of pound cake. So now we're gonna put it in the oven. So we have preheated the oven to 325. We took out the top rack. We wanna take that out. You don't wanna put this up way too high to the heat. You want it to be more mid-level. So we're gonna put this in, and then you say a small prayer. Set it in for about an hour. So at an hour mark is when you start testing it. You know, it takes up anywhere from like an hour to a hour and 5 or hour and 10. And so you take a toothpick, or you could do like a long knife and stick it into your cake. And when the cake comes out clean, like no batter on it, that's when you know we're in business. Okay, so see you in an hour. Now that we have our cake in the oven, we're gonna work on our lemon glaze for our pound cake. Now, if you're not a fan of lemon, that's okay. You know, you can do a regular vanilla glaze, you can do an orange glaze, whatever, you know, strawberry, whatever you feel. I just like lemon, but you can definitely omit the lemon extract and lemon juice from the glaze and just do a regular basic vanilla, okay? You wanna be basic, or whatever. We have some powdered sugar, we have heavy whipping cream, we have lemon juice, lemon extract, and we have vanilla extract in here. And we want it to be nice, like loose enough to where you can drape it over your cake, if you will, but thick enough to where you can actually see the color and the icing. You know how you have an icing sometimes and it's like it's almost like an iced cookie where it's that thin layer of icing instead of that thick, you know, like on here icing, hear me roar type situation. I want to hear my icing roar. I don't know about you. And now we're going to glaze our cake, okay? So what you do is you take pieces of parchment paper. Once your cake is nice and cooled, you'll place the cake on your serving dish, and then you'll take the parchment paper, or you can use it, even do wax paper as well, and you put it underneath the cake, line it around so that as you drop the icing on top of the cake, when you're done, the excess icing, you just pull that little sheet out and you have a clean tray for your cake, okay? Are you ready to ice your cake? Are you? Okay. Oh, mom, go. Perfectly golden brown. It has that spongy snap back to it. Okay, that's how you know. Listen, they're not gonna see you at the family cookout. They're gonna be like, what? You made this? You're like, yes. Tell everybody I'm out here in these streets. In order for the cake to come out, slide out of the pan, if you will, perfectly, we have to make sure that it's not as hot as it was coming out of the oven, but it still needs to be a little warm so that it slides from the butter and the flour. We'll wait 10 minutes in the pan, and then we'll flip it onto our cake dish here and then let it cool for another 45 before we put our glaze on it, or it's just gonna melt and then it's not gonna be that thick layer that you want. It'll be thin and just like more like an iced pound cake rather than a glazed pound cake, if you will. So guys, we have our finished pound cake here. I have lined my cake dish with parchment paper and I've done my first layer of my glaze, but I like my cake to be glazed out, okay? Not just one coat, I want two. You know how you go to the nail shop and she's like, you want one coat or two? Girl, give me two, maybe three, depending on how light it is, okay? Now, it's not, you know, Baking Wars or whatever on Food Network. It's very simple, guys. You can do it. The cake bundt pan itself makes your cake gorgeous. So all we're doing is just hitting it with a little bit of razzle dazzle. You feel me? So we're just gonna use a spoon and we're just going to coat the cake. Okay. Oh my God, that looks good. Somebody cue Beyonce. Wish I was your pound cake, please. Oh my God. So as we remove, guys, you're gonna notice that our little dish is clean. And everybody's gonna be so impressed with you and think that you just so skilled and was able to accomplish that without it dripping all over your dish. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. Okay, everybody. My favorite part, when we get to cut the cake. Oh, look at that. You see how light, it's moist. That's a good cake. That's a good cake, Savannah. That's a good cake, okay? Make sure we get some glaze. That's oh my God, it's so good. Y'all. I'm so good. It's so good. The goal of the family reunion is to lay your pound cake down like you're a DJ. Okay? I'm on the pound cake 1 and 2, you feel me? And everybody comes up and is like, yo, who made the pound cake? Who made the pound cake playlist? Who remixed the pound cake? And then you sit back and go, I did. It was me. That's the goal in life, okay? That's what you want to feel like. Listen, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our time together in the cake. And that you actually make it. And tag me and let me know how it came out. And then invite me over for a feast. Don't be selfish. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. Bye. So what?